Listen to me. You're closer to success than you think. I don't care what you see in front of you right now, what you feel, or what's happening around you. Success is not a giant leap. It's a series of small steps. Every decision, every move you make is taking you closer. So stop looking at the distance to the finish line and look at the distance you've already covered. You've been putting in work. You've been fighting battles, some of them no one even knows about. And I'm telling you right now, those struggles are not failures. They are the fuel that's going to take you to the next level. The obstacles you faced, they're not roadblocks. They're opportunities in disguise. Every setback has been shaping you, building you, preparing you for the success that's already within reach. I need you to understand something. You've already made progress. It might not be the kind of progress that everyone can see, but it's happening. Growth doesn't always look like the movies. It doesn't always happen in a flash of light. Sometimes growth is quiet. It's inside you. And the work you're putting in now, it's laying the foundation for something much bigger than you realize. And yet I see too many people comparing their journey to someone else's. Stop that right now. Your path is your own. It's not meant to look like anyone else's. So what if they've reached a milestone before you? So what if it seems like everyone's ahead of you? They don't have your experience, your story, your strength. Your time will come when it's supposed to, and when it does, it will be yours. The truth is, success is closer than you think. You're already one decision, one step away from breaking through. It's that one action you're avoiding, that one choice you keep putting off. Take it. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect, for the conditions to be just right. They never will be. The key is to move, to trust that every small step is building towards something greater. So I'm telling you, don't back down now. You've come too far to quit. You've been through the tough times, the doubts, the struggles, and look at you, still standing. You've got what it takes. You just have to keep going. Keep moving. Keep believing that success isn't somewhere out there in the distance. It's right here, just waiting for you to take the next step. You are closer than you realize. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. End quote. Success is not about a single moment. It's not about that one day when everything falls into place, or that one big event where you achieve everything you've ever dreamed of. The truth is, success is a journey, not a destination. It's built on a series of moments, decisions, and actions that stack up over time. Each day, you're taking steps forward, even when it doesn't feel like it. Every challenge you face, every small win, every failure, it all contributes to your growth and success. If you focus only on that one big moment, you'll miss the countless opportunities that come before it. Think about the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the people you admire. It wasn't one lucky break that got them where they are. It was years of small steps, countless hours of effort, and a relentless commitment to moving forward. They didn't stop when things got hard, and they didn't wait for some perfect moment to act. They created their success by staying in the game, even when the results weren't immediate. Success is about consistency. It's about doing the work, even when you don't see the reward right away. And when you reach that moment that seems to define everything, know this: it's not the finish line. It's just one more step in a lifelong journey of growth, achievement, and purpose. Your current struggles are not obstacles standing in your way. They are part of your journey, shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Every challenge you face, every moment of doubt, every setback is a lesson. It may not feel like it when you're in the midst of it, but those struggles are building the resilience, strength, and character you need to achieve the greatness that's ahead of you. Remember this: we all go through it. Clearance, then triumph. When things get tough, it's easy to feel defeated. It's easy to think that everything is falling apart and wonder if you'll ever get through it. But these struggles are refining you. They're teaching you how to fight, how to adapt, how to persevere when everything else tells you to quit. It's in the struggle that you find out what you're made of. It's when life tests you that you discover your true potential. Think about the people who inspire you. Behind their success, behind their accomplishments, is a history of challenges they had to face. They didn't get to where they are by avoiding difficulty. They got there by overcoming it. Every struggle they faced was a stepping stone, not a roadblock. And the same is true for you. Fear of success is the greatest stumbling block to greater success. Your struggles are not signs that you're failing. They are signs that you're moving forward. They're part of the process. Every time you push through a hard moment, you build the foundation for your future success. And when you look back on these struggles one day, you'll realize they were the very things that set you up for your breakthrough. Motivation comes from the experiences and struggles that motivate another person. So don't run from your struggles. Don't wish them away. Embrace them. They are your growth, your development, your path to something greater. Keep going. Keep pushing. The person you're becoming through these challenges is the person you need to be to achieve everything you've dreamed of. Don't focus on the distance to the finish line. Focus on the steps you're taking today. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you look too far ahead, when you see how much ground is left to cover, how many obstacles still lie in front of you. The end goal can seem like a distant, impossible place, and that sense of distance can paralyze you. But the truth is, success is built one step at a time. When you obsess over how far you have to go, you lose sight of how far you've already come. Every small action you take, every choice you make, is moving you closer to where you want to be. Instead of getting discouraged by the size of the task ahead, celebrate the progress you've already made. Each step, no matter how small, is part of your journey. It's about consistency and persistence. Think about it. No one climbs a mountain by staring at the peak. You climb by taking one step, then another. Each step gets you closer, but it's the focus on the now, the task at hand, that keeps you moving forward. If you keep looking at how far you are from the top, you'll miss the opportunity to take the next step. By focusing on today, you put your energy into action, not anxiety. You stop worrying about all the things that could go wrong and start concentrating on what you can control right now. Progress is made in the present, not in some far-off future. If you keep pushing forward one step at a time, you'll look up one day and realize that you've already covered more ground than you ever thought possible. Growth is blissful in the mist that passes for existence. Unhappiness destroys the past, and the future is full of bliss. So stop stressing about how far the finish line seems. Focus on today. Focus on the steps you're taking right now. Success doesn't happen because of some one-time leap. It happens because of the series of steps you take every day. Keep moving forward. The finish line will take care of itself. The obstacles you face are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Too often we see challenges as things that stop us in our tracks, things that prevent us from moving forward. But in reality, obstacles are opportunities disguised as difficulties. They test your resolve, your creativity, and your ability to adapt. They force you to grow, to think differently, and to become more than you were before. When you encounter an obstacle, it's easy to feel frustrated, to want to quit, or to believe that you're not cut out for this journey. But what if you saw those obstacles differently? What if you recognized them for what they truly are, the very things that prepare you for success? The path to greatness is not a smooth road. It's filled with detours, bumps, and barriers. Those barriers aren't there to stop you. They're there to strengthen you. Obstacles bring out your best because they make you dig deeper. They force you to find new ways of thinking, new ways of solving problems, and new ways of pushing through. Every time you face a challenge, you learn something new about yourself. about your resilience, your creativity, and your ability to endure. The more obstacles you overcome, the stronger you become. Think about the most successful people you admire. They didn't get to where they are by avoiding obstacles. They got there by learning how to navigate them, by refusing to be defeated. They saw each challenge as a chance to grow, to improve, and to sharpen their skills. And they're better for it. So the next time you face an obstacle, don't think of it as a roadblock. Think of it as a lesson, as a chance to rise, to push harder, and to become the person you need to be to achieve your goals. You can't go around obstacles. You have to go through them. And when you do, you'll realize they were never meant to stop you. They were meant to make you stronger, smarter, and more capable. Everyone faces setbacks. No one is exempt. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not that some people don't experience challenges, but that successful people don't let setbacks define them. Setbacks are a part of life, part of the process, and they're not a reflection of your worth or your ability to succeed. They're simply part of the journey. When things go wrong, when you feel like you've hit a wall, it's easy to get discouraged. You might feel defeated, like everything you've worked for is slipping away. But let me tell you something. Setbacks are not the end. They are not a signal to quit. They are a signal to adjust, to learn, and to keep moving forward. Think about it. The most successful people didn't get where they are without facing major setbacks. They encountered failure, disappointment, rejection, and obstacles. But what they did differently was keep going. They used those setbacks as stepping stones, as fuel for their drive. Setbacks taught them how to be resourceful, how to bounce back stronger, how to push through adversity. You're not the only one who's ever faced a challenge, and you won't be the last. But it's in those moments when things feel impossible that you truly learn who you are. The real test is how you respond. Will you let the setback define you, or will you define the setback? Every time you get knocked down, you have a choice. Stay down or rise. Remember, setbacks don't mean you're failing. They just mean you're in the middle of the process. It's the price of growth, the cost of striving for something bigger than where you are. The key is to not stop. Don't let the setbacks make you question your ability or your path. Keep moving, keep adjusting, and keep believing that your breakthrough is just around the corner. Setbacks don't stop you unless you let them. The comeback is always greater than the setback. Keep fighting. Trust in your growth, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Progress is not always visible on the surface, and there will be times when you doubt the work you're putting in. But believe me, growth is happening. It might not show up in a dramatic way, but it's there, quietly shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what's ahead. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. We live in a world that demands quick fixes and instant gratification. But real growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and that process requires patience, faith, and consistency. The person you are today is not the person you'll be tomorrow, but you have to trust that every effort, every challenge, every setback is building you up. The truth is, growth often happens in the quiet moments, in the times when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. You might feel stuck, like you're not making progress. But every time you push through, every time you refuse to quit, you're growing. Even when you don't see it, it's happening. Think about a tree. It doesn't grow overnight. It starts as a seed, buried underground, and for a long time, nothing seems to happen. But beneath the surface, the roots are growing. The foundation is being built. Eventually, that tree starts to push through the soil, and the growth is visible. You too are in that process. The work you're doing now is preparing you for what's coming next. Trust in your growth, even when you can't see it. Trust that every experience, every challenge, and every success is adding to the person you are becoming. Keep doing the work, keep pushing forward, and have faith that in time, the results will show. Trust that what you're building today will lead to the breakthrough you're looking for tomorrow. Growth isn't always immediate, but it's always happening. Stay the course. You're exactly where you need to be. Stop comparing your journey to others. It's one of the most destructive things you can do to yourself. You see someone else's success, their achievements, and it might make you feel like you're falling behind, like you're not doing enough, or like you're not enough. But the truth is, everyone's path is different. What you see on the outside, what you think is the result of someone else's easy journey, is rarely the whole story. You don't know what they've been through, what sacrifices they've made, or how many times they've struggled and failed before getting to where they are. Comparing yourself to others doesn't serve you. It only creates doubt, resentment, and frustration. Your life, your journey, is uniquely yours. No one else has your experiences, your challenges, or your gifts. Their path is theirs, and yours is yours. If you constantly measure your progress against someone else's timeline, you'll miss the beauty of your own process. You'll lose sight of what's special about your journey, and you'll start feeling like you're not enough because you're not where they are. Understand this. It's okay to admire others, to learn from them, but never lose sight of your own path. You have your own lessons to learn, your own growth to experience, and your own success to build. It might look different from someone else's, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. There's no universal blueprint for success. There's only your blueprint. So stop looking around and worrying about how everyone else is doing. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus on the work you need to do, the steps you need to take. Your journey is not a race, and it's certainly not a competition. It's about progress, about becoming the best version of yourself, and about creating your own success on your own terms. Keep your eyes on your own success, on your own terms. Keep your eyes on your own road, and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Your time will come when it's supposed to, and it'll be your time, not anyone else's. Success is closer than you think. Often, it's right around the corner, hidden behind the next step you're too afraid to take, or the next challenge you're too hesitant to face. We get so caught up in the distance, the climb, and the struggle that we don't realize how much ground we've already covered. The breakthrough is often not as far away as it seems, but it requires you to keep going, to keep pushing through the doubts, the fears, and the moments of frustration. Sometimes we think success is this distant thing, a far-off dream we're chasing after. We look at where we are, and it feels like we're nowhere near it. But what if success is waiting for you on the other side of one more decision, one more action? What if the key to unlocking everything you've worked for is just a little further than where you are right now? You see, often the hardest part isn't the long journey, it's the moment before the breakthrough, when you've put in so much effort, but you can't yet see the results. That's when most people give up. That's when most people quit, just a step away from everything they've been working for. But if you keep moving, keep pushing, keep believing, you'll find that success was closer than you ever imagined. But greatness is ever bearable, though you feel uncertain at times. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't happening as fast as you want them to. It's easy to feel like it's taking too long or that it's not meant for you, but success doesn't always show up when we expect it or in the way we expect it. Sometimes it's just a matter of persistence, of staying the course, and of not letting the setbacks, the doubts, and the struggles define your journey. So remember this, success is closer than you think. You're not as far from your goals as it feels. You might be one decision, one action, one step away from the breakthrough that changes everything. Keep going. You're closer than you think. Don't stop now. Your moment is coming. Thank you.